What's up? What's up? It's Rom Wills back at you with yet another car video. Will to power. Yeah, y'all. Just coming out of the gym and stuff. Oh, for those people who just see the upper body, don't think I'll be hitting it in there. Check out my Instagram. I'll show you that back. Yeah, looking like Black Bane up in there. Look like I should be beating Batman's ass, being philosophical about that shit. you know, peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you. Yeah. Also, I want to shout out brother Joshua. He follows me on IG, and he's on that fitness thing, and he actually did a routine he showed, and I said I'm gonna try it. So when I get a chance, I'm gonna send him a message, let him know I tried it. Oh yeah. Yeah, but will to power. Now, my main podcast today was about the body game being more than just about aesthetics, about health. But then there's another aspect that's important to it. And it's not even so much about building muscles, but it's about physical discipline. Understand, the key for a man is developing his willpower. Nothing develops willpower than having some type of discipline and some type of physical activity. And it don't have to be weightlifting. It could be running. It could be doing body weights, push-ups. In fact, shout out cousin T-Talk. He said, hey, you want to really pull the women, shit, do 100 push-ups a day and see if you can do 100 straight. But then that's a discipline right there to be able to do that. That's a discipline, because understand something. One of the problems we have in this society is we don't have a rites of passage for young men. There's nothing to say to the world that they're men. Just chronological age don't really mean anything, because we've all seen men in their 30s, 40s, even 50s who behave like teenagers. And at the same time, you see some dudes who are actually teenagers behave like they behave like men. It all depends, It all depends. All right, you gonna let me through? Guess not. It all depends. Yeah. Ooh, white folks. All right, y'all gonna be that way? All right, I should have went the other way. Anyway, yeah, so, it all depends. And part of the reason why, we have a society that don't require that men actually go through a rites of passage where they taught to be men, like in traditional African cultures, and also Native American cultures, any indigenous culture, right? Thanks, man. They would have a rites of passage, like in Native American culture. They might have to go hunting or something, or have some type of project, or some definite African culture, especially like the Zulu, they would be shown how to be men. In fact, in many of those cultures, they'd actually be shown how to have sex with a woman. And it would be imprinted by a very attractive woman. Especially the women. The women be in Zulu culture, the women would be imprinted by the warriors. But that's getting off into another discussion. But it really is a situation where we don't have that rites of passage. And part of the things in the rites of passage is showing a man how to impose his will on himself. I mean, it could be just fasting. And actually, I have a term that I've used since the early 90s. And I never said it online. I've never said it because it's like one of those terms I got to trademark it. That is that deep a term that I use, and it pushes me through my workouts and everything, or it pushes me to finish writing something, like for all the books. See, that's another thing. The will is, when you develop the will, it's not always about aesthetics. It ain't always about women, but it's just pushing you through life. Like, I had to impose my will on myself just to write the books. I have 9 books on the market. Everybody think it's not just relationship books, fiction books as well. You got one little science fiction novella, and that's a discipline right there. You know, it could be with whatever you do. You could be the type who's creating computer programs. You gotta have discipline to keep going, because one thing in this world is easy. One, it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to just give up, or, you know, tell yourself whatever. You know, if developing that will, it pushes you through, because when you come to that crossroads moment, when you say, you know, I should just give up on this, it says, look, I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna do that extra set. I'm gonna run that extra mile. I'm gonna wind sprint that extra. You know, I'm gonna do that extra wind sprint. You know, I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna finish that poem. whatever it is, I'm gonna cut this grass. I'm gonna do this lawn work, and I'm gonna make sure there's not a blade out of place. You know, but that's willpower. That's willpower, because really, to succeed in life, that's what really separates a man from a boy, or a man from a female. That's what it means to be a man, just having that will. And, you know, some people try to, you know, imposing the will on yourself, imposing the will on your own fear. A lot of men have issues with fear. They try to hide it, or they try to project it to someone else. But really, it's just fear. But the way you got to face it is, you know, you just got to get on it. Like, one of the things with me, and I'll share this with you. Ironically, since I jump in airplanes, but I had a slight fear of heights. Now, people who follow me on Instagram know I shared something from when I went to a carnival Saturday with my sons, and I told you I got on like one of those like things that take you high up in the air and swings you around. I don't know what it's called officially, but like I said, that thing got stuck. So it's like, all right, you got a slight fear of heights. You stuck in the air. I mean, they had to do something special to like get my ass down. Anyway, the thing was, I was calm the whole time, because I said, no, I'm gonna face this, because I knew that was an issue. So I said, okay, here's a chance to face it. Let my sons, they just sat back and kind of laughed at me, but they were like, it was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you ain't getting that extra like donut. But you know, you just faced it. You faced like it, and it's like, oh, okay, bam. And you know, that's part of the will too. Just going through, I mean, it's all about going through life, just facing whatever, facing your own demons, imposing your will over that part of you that might not want to do it, might want to run, might want to complain, might want to point the finger at everybody else instead of looking in the mirror. You know, you gotta face that. And that's constant in life. That's constant, because it's always gonna be something. I don't care who it is. It's always going to be constant. Where am I on time? You know, I like giving y'all a certain amount of time. But that's the thing now. Like I said, my discipline in working out, that's part of what keeps my will sharp. Because trust me, shit, nobody going to begrudge me if I got a little bit extra weight on me. Nobody going to begrudge me. They're going to say, oh, 54-year-old man, you know, look like he sells. As long as he keeps it well, somebody going to fuck you. You know, somebody definitely going to not respect you, because you know, I look like I'll body slam somebody. But I was like, nah, I gotta maintain that will. I gotta like keep going no matter what. You know, and that's the thing. I even said that in my book, Sexual Chemistry. I even said it. And for those who are familiar with the Manosphere, that's Manosphere right there. I ain't gonna explain it to you if you don't know that book, so look it up. If you ask about it, if you ask, oh, well, what is that? I'm just gonna heart your comment. Look it up. Manosphere. And it's very important, and that's one of the things we need with guys. Like I know with my sons, I know I get on their nerves sometimes because I'll have them do something just as small as pull their socks up right, you know, like keep it together. And it's really about that discipline. It's really about that discipline. Shout out C Bookie. He knows what I'm talking about even more because that's the thing. He talk about that just in the military. Everybody had to be sharp. And that's actually one good thing with the military, because that's probably the closest thing we have to any type of rites of passage where they'll make you a man. That's why a lot of military dudes are sharp though. A lot of dudes ex-military, a lot of them are sharp. Some of them, some stuff happened to them, but a lot of military dudes got some sharpness to them. And that's very important, but that's because they got that will developed, or they at least did some work to get that will developed. But see, since everybody's not joining, and you might not be in that type of organization that help you to develop it, you still can work on it on your own. Decide you're going to fast for 21 days. Decide you're not going to eat a certain type of food. Maintain some type of order in your life. Make it into a ritual. So, anyway, that's all I got for today. Yeah. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and many blessings.